Welcome back to Game Talk Live, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Ice, alongside... Come on.
Tiggles my VR.
And Gridlock.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
And Jammy Jam.
Jammy Jam.
Jammy Jam.
Bottom left-hand side, we're going to be seeing Vinny, our random player, spawning as the light pink Terran, and who we just saw win in a Zerg matchup in game number 1. I guess what are we calling this series here?
Well, this series, this is a best of 3 series between ViNNYLoL, obviously spawning bottom left, and our guy PswMystic.
We're going to call him Mystic. Spawning in our bottom right is our purple Zerg. He is our Grandmaster.
Yes, I want to clear something up. These players are playing in a tournament right now, and Vinny just advanced into the next round playing, and PswMystic is his next opponent.
Gotcha. Sounds good. Glad you guys are keeping up on this. I'm slacking. So, I love this. I think it's really awesome. So now we just saw Vinny win in a Zerg ZVT. Now we get to see him in a TVZ. So the roles are kind of reversed here. So is he going to go a similar strategy that was just done to him, or is he going to go out of the box and do some drops and do some fancy siege tank? Not drops, I guess fancy siege tank. Boring TVZ play. But we'll see. I don't know. Like I said, are we going to see a Reacted Hellions just shamalama ding dong, or are we going to see some over the top nonsense? I'm all for over the top nonsense.
I want to see some over the top nonsense.
With you there, buddy.
Some air units.
Some air units.
Oh yeah.
What we live for is air units. Expansion is going to be taken at 15 by Mystic, and we're going to be seeing just the old barracks, getting the first Marine out. Oh, unfortunately, good wall off, as any good Terran should against Zerg. Good wall off's able to block that first drone from coming in, but unfortunately the Overlord is there, gonna get spotted by Marine,
by buildings.
by buildings. And Vinny's gonna have full SCVs mining gas, so that's always a good thing that Overlord can see. Whoa, did he get a chance to see that factory?
No, because he just started building it.
I don't know if he could
you know what?
tell.
No, I'm lying to you.
Definitely did.
Definitely
yeah,
lying to you.
Yeah, I
definitely
just had to check it.
Barely.
Yeah, just as he threw it down, I looked at that Overlord. His Overlord was right on top of the orbital command, like literally right on top of the satellite part, and I was like, he definitely saw that. So that is huge amount of insight. Yeah, you lost an Overlord, big whoop. You just saw what your opponent's doing without having to get a drone into your opponent's base. Fantastic. Yeah, you lost the Overlord, but you gain a huge piece of knowledge. As we know, StarCraft 2 is all about that intel. I'm pounding my fist at intel. Okay, so a couple more Overlords heading back out in that direction. Gonna definitely take another look at what's going on. And okay, here's something we didn't see last game. The command center is going down at about the 5-minute mark, and we're gonna see a more macro, not rushy, not let's run in your face with Hellions sort of style play. More standard TVZ, probably a bunch of siege tanks, probably a lot of Marines.
He's reactoring Hellions.
Is he?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, you're right.
He just reacted out 2 and then switched. My bad.
Okay. Yeah, okay. It's not like, again.
This is one thing I like, is he's just getting those, like, 2 little quick, I really wouldn't say scouting Hellions, but, you know, scouting around those Elnaga towers, just seeing what type of vision your opponent has. But he's, like, unlike last game with Raynor, macro. There's the macro, thank goodness.
The StarTales Bomber sort of play where macro is always the #1 focus. Yeah, I'm going to poke around with Hellions. Yeah, I'm going to see what you're doing. Maybe line up a couple SCVs. If I'm lucky to slip in without any spine crawlers, maybe get a couple drones while I'm in there, but I like it. Not committing to anything. Bomber doesn't commit to anything. He always has something. When he doesn't have something, he has medevacs and he'll drop them a bunch of Marines on your face. When he doesn't have Hellions, he has something else that's 100 times better. It's just he always has a backup. Macro is always his main focus. These Hellions already, one's got 1 kill, the other one's got 2 kills. I mean, they're already up to 3 kills in total, and now they're lining up drones. Here we go. They get a couple nice shots off. Wow, they were able to kill, I want to say, about 2 to 3 drones there. So I mean, and that's it. And that's it. He's successful with that. He won. That's the thing. When you win, you pull back. Now you macroed. You slowed your opponent down enough to make use of those Hellions. They didn't do great things, but they did things that you want them to do. So now he can transition comfortably into siege tank production and know that this bunker in the front of his natural is going to be enough to defend himself from these Zerglings that are poking in right now, and that's it. The one bunker was enough. He didn't even need the siege tank. It doesn't even have siege, but it can just sit there and know that he's completely safe because Hellions slowed down your opponent. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was John. That was Ice's rant right there. That was pure rant.
I just hate when people just overcommit. It's a big pet peeve when people just do too many things wrong. I don't know any better way of saying it. You do things that are bad. Third base is being taken down by Mystic. I'm on the top right there, and he does, as I was trying to say earlier, he does have a Baneling nest out as well, so we're going to be seeing Zergling, Baneling versus Siege Tank Marine, which, pretty common. The transition into Mutalisks is imminent. The lair is up, and Carapace, that's Zerg ground armor level 1, is in production, and for Vinny, he's going to be having infantry weapons level 1 to get those Marines nice and powered up, and a starport in production to get those medevacs in play. So now we're looking at about 4 Banelings and 21 Zerglings versus 22 Marines and 2 Siege Tanks. Pretty much even in terms of unit count. I mean, at this point, it's really the Hellions. Like I said, we're able to do enough damage to just keep it even. You want to, as a Terran player, you want to stay on the same base. You let your Zerg opponent get too far ahead. You let him get 2 full bases ahead of you. Good luck. I mean, it's just, you're gonna have to out micro and out drop your opponent at that point. You got to do something special. You got to literally drop a nuke or do some great medevac drops to survive. I mean, you just can't let your opponent get 2 full bases ahead of you. So here we go. Mutalisks are in production. As I was saying, the Spire is up, and Mutalisks pop, just as I said it. 9 are on the field at this point. So they're going to be able to do some crazy work against these tanks if these Banelings can get a few busts on the Marines. So it's going to come down to a lot of micro, and this is what TVZ is all about. The last TVZ that we just saw, I don't think encompasses everything that this matchup has to offer. It was great. I love the strategies, but here come these Mutalisks. Whoa! Good placed missile turret there by Vinny. And what's he going to go for? He's going to take out, looks like another couple missile turrets. Was able to get 1 missile turret in production there, but medevacs are popping out of that starport, and they're going to be able to help heal, as well as do any drops that Vinny decides to do. So tell me what you guys are seeing.
I'm seeing just your standard TVZ right now. The Ling Bling Muta and everything. It's just looking great. Seeing a little bit of unfortunate circumstances here for Vinny. I would have kept those. I would have kept some of those Marines up there.
Right. Yeah, I think, was he able to pick off a medevac? I kind of was looking around.
Almost. Got close.
The medevac has 6 HP.
Oh, wow.
He wanted to kill it, but he just couldn't deal with the Marines.
Right. Yeah, they definitely. I think the Marines definitely got a Muta kill. I know that for sure, but I didn't see if they were able to pick off the medevac or not. That would have been huge if you were able to get a medevac. But, well, here come the Marines streaming it out, and it looks like he's just going to position those siege tanks for now to deal with any Baneling busts. Kind of clumped together are those tanks. I'm not a huge fan. He's got to know Banelings are on the field, but Scan goes down to pick off a few creep tumors, and here they come. Nobody wants to commit just yet. They don't want to go. He didn't want to roll into that siege tank fire, but I'm not a big fan of the spread of the tanks at this time. I think he just wanted to get them sieged up, and didn't worry too much about positioning. So hopefully he'll adjust that as time goes on. A couple bunkers are going to be placed, and this is oh god, he's able to save that overseer. Almost died to those Marines who were looking at picking off some of those rocks there. And here we go. I think Vinny's finally ready to step on enemy creep here. That's always that feeling when you put your units and you just see that enemy purple muck underneath you. You're like, do I want to push up? You know, it's just such uncertainty. Do I want to push up? I don't know.
Am I the only one that sees this one siege tank just positioned right above the 3 burrowed banelings?
No.
Like they literally right on top of. I don't know why I find that funny, but it's
where I don't see it.
It's right where the all the siege tanks were with the 2 bunkers and now they're all unsieging and moving away.
Oh, I do see
Oh.
it. There it goes.
Got him.
Got a couple nice busts off. No SCVs anywhere in sight, so they're going to be pretty much, what, about half health?
Yeah,
about 2/3 health. Half to 2/3.
2 of them are.
Yeah. Couple nice baneling busts. Let's see what's coming out in production. Wow, Zerg air attack level 2, Zerg ground level 2, and a bunch of Zerglings coming out for... Whoa, here comes the engagement. He's going to go all in. Mystic is going to go straight in with those banelings. Got to get some good busts off of the Marines. Whoa, huge damage, and he knew it. He knew it. He was just not ready for that. Vinny was nowhere near ready for that from on all sides. Perfect push. So perfect. I told him, I actually, he didn't hear me, but I was trying to tell him not to clump up those units like that, but they just came all together, and the siege tanks decided to push up together like that. You got to spread them out. I mean, you have to assume, even if you didn't see it, you had to know your opponent has banelings to deal with all those Marines like that, and he just was really out of position. And then when the Mutalisks came flying over the ridge there in the middle of the map, there was nothing the tanks could do. But that was a lot more standard game, more of what we're used to seeing in TVZ. But congrats to Mystic for just a well thought out, really standard macro game. Just stayed ahead of his opponent in every category at all times. So congrats to him. Any last words?
No, that about says it all, Ice.
That'll do it for Game Talk Live. That was game number 1. Please join us for game number 2. Ice, Tiggles My BR, Gridlock. Come back soon.